Welcome to Gray Overload. I'm Anthony, and Microsoft released some more information about the Xbox Series X. So Phil Spencer came out and said some more information about the performance of the next Xbox, or the Xbox Series X. And they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves releasing this on a Monday, and we're still far off what I think is they release it more towards the holiday season, and they're already talking a lot about the performance of this console and what this console is able to do. So they're going to have the latest AMD Zen 2 and RDNA 2 architecture. So this is RDNA, is out right now in their current graphics cards, the 5500, the 56, and the 5700. But the next generation of that architecture will be out here in the console, and I'm guessing AMD is going to have some other cards to go along with it later this year on that architecture, but it's going to be leveraging 12 teraflop GPU. So just the graphics performance alone are going to be 12 teraflops, according to if I'm reading this correctly. And then they're going to have, that's basically twice as much as the Xbox One X and 8 times more, they said, than the Xbox One. So there's a huge, leap forward here in the living room that you're going to be able to do. That's in a console form factor, or in the console arena, right? You could always throw your desktop down there and get that power there, but a lot of people, like for me, like the simplicity of it, and I kind of like working more on my desktop stuff on my desk, not or sitting in front of it rather than laying back. I don't know what it is, maybe I'm weird, but that's kind of a little bit about how I game. Is the consoles by the TV, and the desktops on my desk or multiple desks. So but this is a good, leap. And if Microsoft takes advantage of some things that they have in Windows, it makes it more of a, gaming, full gaming desktop type thing, and have a lot of that crossover. They have a great opportunity here for their consoles. They also have variable rate shading. So they patented something in the forms of VRS, is what they call it, to more efficiently utilize the power of the Xbox Series X, according to their blog post here. And I will post a blog post in the link description below. And I'm just reading some of this here for you. Rather than spending, a whole bunch of time on GPU cycles just doing stuff that for every pixel on the screen, they're going to be able to prioritize individual aspects of the specific game characters or important environmental objects. So this is a little bit better technique, help you keep your frame rates higher, and they're really starting to try to focus on getting a lot of technologies and a lot of stuff to the gamer. And I think that this is a good move for Microsoft. It seems like their Xbox division has been working at getting more people into the a realm of being able to have performance gaming with a budget. So these lower end gaming systems have that opportunity to then have the higher frame rates, more stable frame rates. It seems like that's where Microsoft's kind of moving towards, and getting more people in the ecosystem. And that's something you're going to need for cloud gaming, is that you're going to need your higher frame rates more stable, so that it helps out people on the receiving end of that. Now, they're also talked about hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing. So there's going to be probably more on this in a little bit, but it's going to be a DirectX ray tracing on the console, and they're talking about how you get true reflections, everything else. Now, I will be interested to see how this DirectX ray tracing plays off of NVIDIA's ray tracing already out there, or is this something that they kind of reinvented or improved over time, and kind of left some of that first generation stuff on the behind. They probably, if they move in a different direction, or they found something more efficient, I could see them stepping back from it and implementing something new. It's very early on in technology, and that was one of my things that I'd be afraid of, but more information will be able to be tell in very soon as more of it comes out. If they keep this up, we'll have something once a month. So they said in immersing and in an instant. So they really want to get you immersed in games right away. So they're going to have an SSD storage, and it's going to be next generation. It seems like it's kind of a custom thing, something that they can work on, really optimize it. And one thing about these consoles is that you can actually really optimize it, certain things, if you know where all the parts are, and then modify firmware or how you access certain things, especially in a controlled environment where something you don't really have on a desktop. And they have quick resume. We'll see how this is. Microsoft said that they keep improving the dashboard on the Xbox One X, but one thing holding it back is the hard drive. So we'll see how all this works as they move forward. Dynamic latency input. So this is going to be, I think this is going to be really good moving forward on a lot of stuff. So their controllers are going to leverage their high bandwidth proprietary wireless communication, which is great, and this will help synchronize, with input to the display. That's actually great. That I hope that this is not just something that they are, going to use for what the Xbox, but also incorporate it into their desktop. Maybe even Sony. I'm guessing Sony's going to have something as well that competes with it. HDMI 2.1, so you're going to be able to. They partner with a lot of with the HDMI form and TV manufacturers, and it's going to be enabling a lot of stuff. So you have your auto low latency, your variable refresh rates. So it seems like when you automatically connect the Xbox, it's going to actually turn those things on for you. I like that. 120 FPS support. So there's going to be, I'm guessing, certain developers that can just go higher than the standard 60. Another, people that like higher refresh rates, it's not 144, 240 or anything, but it's 120. It's getting there. There's improvements on the gaming side that Microsoft's doing. And I like that they're including a lot of the PC aspects into stuff into their console, really kind of making it that thing that, if you want to go have a console gaming, here it is. You can do a lot with it. I think I had a desktop first and then went and got a console, but I think the consoles are kind of like the gateway drug to the desktops. A lot of times, right? You can do so much with just being able to customize and everything with the desktop, but Microsoft's really putting it out there that really to get in, you can get all this stuff, and then next step up, if you really want to tinker with even higher refresh rates, there's the desktop, and Microsoft's being more inclusive with games, which is a huge benefit as well. There's going to be support 4 generations of gaming. I really hope that in this 4 generations of gaming, Microsoft, I really like all the backwards compatibility. That's really good. PC has had a lot of that backwards compatibility forever, right? There's games I can pick up today that even GOG has been helping maintain, so you don't have to edit a whole bunch of INI files, but you can still run them, which is awesome. Now, I really hope that this backwards compatibility is going to remove some of the old UI based stuff for these games. Overall, I'd love it if Microsoft could just really integrate it into the new their new Xbox layout, whatever that's going to be, or even the current one, if they're going to use something based off of that, so that people don't have to jump in to like a 360 layout just to play their game. If it's an Xbox 360 backwards compatibility, that's a small detail, but something that annoys me. Smart delivery technologies. So they're saying that it empowers you to play on your Xbox One or Xbox X series, getting the right version of the game. That's huge, right? People don't want to mess with, hey, what do I have to install? What are the requirements? Did I get the right game? Is it playing at the max potential it can on this console, or is it limited because it's a different version? 1,000 different questions. Then they're also talking about Xbox Game Pass, and I really hope that Xbox Game Pass takes a better direction. I think it's a great overall system. I have it on the desktop right now. I'm playing some games in it. Age of Empires 2 Define Edition. Really, I think it's a fun game. But Microsoft just continue to add value to it. I don't like when games come off of it, especially if I was in it. I understand I could buy the game, but if I'm going to spend money on a Game Pass, a game subscription, I really hope that a lot of my games are always in there, and it's not the one, and it's the ones that I really just I have to have that I would buy. But overall, if I'm in the middle of playing a game, I don't want it to go off. So there's improvements there, but Microsoft's going to have those Xbox Game Pass right there on the more integral to it, just like they're doing with everything here. And they're talking at the end about how this is supposed to be a generational jump. Well, of course, Microsoft. I hope that since Xbox One, we've now gone up, or Xbox One S, that one series. It's been a while, 8 years or so, maybe maybe longer. But I hope we have that generational jump. You should, right? Even with the Xbox One X, there's a lot of technology that's been coming out here. A lot in the CPU arena has already changed and everything else. So this is really kind of a good thing that they're jumping forward. But I'm actually really excited about this. We have a little bit about AMD's next, what they're doing in their semi-custom work with the RDNA 2 and the Zen 2 cores, the latest Zen 2 cores that they said. So there's a lot of, technology being put into this console, super fast SSD. We'll see how that translates to even game development later on. And on the PC side, I'm really hoping that they take that, how fast SSDs are getting, and really be able to streamline in a lot of stuff so you don't have to sit at loading screens. This is, a exciting time for gaming industry. I think that now we're starting to see a little bit more competition. Intel's going to be coming into the GPU market. We're starting to see some more things starting to turn over. We have ray tracing that's supposed to be taking off. There's really a lot of things coming together that could make games even better than they already are. And if people take advantage of that, this could be really kind of fun. So with that, I want to thank you for watching. I do want to ask you guys, if you guys have any comments on what you guys think the Xbox is, or what you want out of the Xbox, leave them in the comment section below, because I love reading those comments and seeing where you guys are coming from. And kind of, even if somebody from Microsoft is able, looks at it, they can see what the community really wants out of a console. So with that, I do appreciate you guys supporting this channel, helping it grow. And thank you for all the time getting through. We're still getting through, some medical issues. It's going to be an ongoing thing until hopefully the baby can get over all of them. I think she will. It just takes time. So I appreciate all that support as well. And I like to be making these videos, and hopefully I can do more of this soon. Let me know what you guys want in the comments as well. And don't forget, until next time, God bless. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.